We understand Liverpool have open talks with Palace for the England international. Palace value Guehi at £40 million, but Liverpool will not overpay. That's because he has entered the final year of his contract. Everybody seems to have been saying that Liverpool need a centre-back, and Guehi is the obvious name that stands out. So what do you think of this potential move?
I think you said it at the end there when you said he's got 1 year left of his contract. I think it's inevitable now, especially with less revenue because they're not in Europa League. It was very unfortunate. A technicality was knocked them out of that. At Palace, I just think it's going to be a problem for them to keep hold of him now. I think Mark will... He's obviously been very professional about it. He's kept very quiet. If a team like Liverpool, we know what it's like with Alexander Isak, they've turned his head, the champions of the Premier League, looks very promising for the future of that football club. To have an opportunity to be able to join them, I think it's a very attractive proposition for someone like Mark Guehi, and I can see it happening. I really could.
Getting that centre-back in, yes, but they have signed, Wirtz, Ekitike, they're still after Isak. Would he really be the most important one for them?
For me, the most important one is Alexander Isak. You're absolutely right, Tom. They have got the firepower. They've shown that they can score goals. They've signed Wirtz as well, who's a very good player. Still got Mo Salah. Looks like he's happy at the club now. You see his numbers year in, year out. But I just feel, if you was to ask Pep Guardiola and Mikel Arteta, who I think are going to be the two managers who get closest to Liverpool this season, which player they don't want to see join Liverpool Football Club, I think the one name would be Isak. He's a superstar. He's already rehearsed. We already know what he can do in a decent team in Newcastle. I just think he is the player that the whole neutral footballing world does not want to see go to Liverpool Football Club, because if they do, they're going to be a serious proposition on all fronts. If you could have Isak or Guehi, who are you taking right now?
I mean, that's a bit of nonsense because I want them all. I want both of them. If I could have all of them, I'd be very happy. I think if you'd have asked me a week ago, I'd have definitely have said Isak, because I've had my heart set on him for a very, very long time now. I think if you'd have asked any Liverpool fan at the start of the season last year, who do you want to see come in eventually at Liverpool, you'd have said Isak. But now, after I've seen a few cracks in the defence over the pre-season, I'm sort of starting to think we definitely need Guehi. But if you have an opportunity as a football club to sign the best striker possibly in the world, maybe even in the world right now in Alexander Isak, you've got to go and do that. And you never know, Guehi might run down his contract at Newcastle and then we can go and get him for a free next season when, Konate decides to move on by the looks of it. So I would say Alexander Isak, if you've got that money sitting there to go and sign him and we'll stay within PSR with that, I think you've got to go and sign Isak more than going to get Guehi. I do think that option would still be there in a year's time.
Which player would be a more important signing? Would it be Alexander Isak? Would it be Mark Guehi? So basically, who do Liverpool need more? And at the moment, 57 of you are saying Mark Guehi.
Do you know who's voting there? Arsenal fans and Man City fans.
Yeah, I think you might be right there. You might be right there. And Newcastle fans as well, maybe as well. Okay, but in terms of that time, you've answered that question. You very much believe that it is Isak. Abigail was saying how confident that Liverpool are about winning the title again. If you add Isak and Guehi, can anyone touch them? I know you've just said Arsenal there, but would you still say there's going to be a gap?
Yeah, if you was to ask me now to put my head on the line, I would say that Liverpool, Abigail's quite right, they'll be favourites before the start of the season because they've done it, they've got quality players, and they've added some real talent as well. Ekitike, for me, is a maverick. I'm not sure what you're going to get week in, week out, but sure he's going to add to the squad of players. Wirtz as well, he's been a fantastic player. He has got real quality in tight areas, can open up the door, he sees a pass at the right time. Yes, they do need some help defensively. Kwanzaa has obviously moved away. Konate out of contract next summer. They want to make him sign a new contract. Looks like he probably won't, so that hence why they're going for Mark Guehi. I think they will get enough. If it's not Mark Guehi, it'll be someone else they will bring into the football club. So yeah, there is a gap there, but I just think if they was to sign Alexander Isak as well, it does add a lot more pressure to them. You know, they can't just think they're going to turn up in the Premier League and win football matches and it's going to be as easy as that just because you got the names on the sheet. It doesn't work like that. You have to earn the right. They've got a real top manager who's had his first year in the Premier League and it couldn't have gone any better for him. They've backed him. They've got Michael Edwards there and Richard Hughes who know what they're doing on the business front. And that's a real force at the moment, that football club. If they was to sign both of these players, which I think is a real possibility they could do, then I think it is ominous for every other football club in the Premier League.
Liverpool centre-back Ibrahima Konate is now at the heart of serious transfer speculation, with mounting reports suggesting he could be on the verge of a move to Real Madrid. The 25-year-old French defender, who has 2 years left on his current deal, has refused to sign a contract extension, and it's believed he has informed Liverpool officials that he is interested in joining the Spanish giants. Real Madrid, looking to strengthen their backline amid recurring injury problems for Eder Militao and David Alaba, have placed Konate high on their list of defensive targets. New manager Xabi Alonso is said to be a firm admirer of Konate's profile, his pace, strength, and ability to play out from the back, all qualities that fit Real's long-term vision. While Konate hasn't submitted a formal transfer request, insiders suggest that he views Madrid as a dream move, and would strongly consider making the switch if the clubs can agree on terms. Liverpool now face a difficult choice. Let him enter the final stretch of his contract with the risk of losing him for free in 2026, or cash in this summer while his transfer value remains high. The Reds are reportedly demanding around €50 million, approximately £43 million, for the defender, but Madrid's opening offers, reported to be closer to €30 million, have been swiftly rejected. Real Madrid appear to be playing the long game, confident that Liverpool may lower their asking price later in the window, or else attempt to sign Konate for a reduced fee next summer, or even on a free transfer the year after. The situation has drawn comparisons to the Trent Alexander-Arnold contract saga, in which Liverpool lost one of their most valuable homegrown players on a free transfer. The club is reportedly eager to avoid a repeat and may be forced to make a firm decision on Konate's future soon. In the meantime, Liverpool are pushing forward with talks to sign Crystal Palace's Marc Guehi and Italian wonder kid Giovanni Leone from Parma, indicating that preparations are already being made for potential defensive changes. While Liverpool are still believed to be hopeful of convincing Konate to stay and commit to a new deal, that possibility appears to be diminishing. According to transfer expert Fabrizio Romano, the chances of a move to Real Madrid this summer currently sit at just 15%, but those odds could rise dramatically if Madrid come back with an improved bid or if Liverpool decide to cut their losses. As it stands, Konate's Anfield future is very much in doubt, and Real Madrid remain ready to pounce if the conditions are right. Liverpool are on the verge of completing the signing of highly rated Italian centre-back Giovanni Leone, with the club now in advanced negotiations with Parma and edging closer to finalising a deal for the 18-year-old defender. Leone, widely regarded as one of the most promising young defenders in Italy, has been closely monitored by Liverpool's scouting department for over a year. After impressing during his time with Padova and continuing his development with Parma in Serie A, Leone has caught the attention of several top European clubs, including Inter Milan and Juventus, but Liverpool have moved quickly and decisively to gain the upper hand in the race for his signature. According to sources close to the situation, Liverpool have already reached an agreement on personal terms with Leone, who is said to be enthusiastic about the move and excited by the opportunity to develop under the club's new coaching setup and world-class facilities at Kirkby. The transfer is expected to be a permanent deal, though the final fee structure, potentially involving add-ons and performance-based clauses, is still being negotiated between the two clubs. Liverpool's intent to sign Leone is part of a broader recruitment strategy focused on youth and long-term squad building, complementing more immediate first-team targets like Marc Guehi. While Leone is not expected to walk straight into the starting 11, he is viewed as a high-upside investment who could gradually be integrated into the senior setup or possibly be loaned out to continue his development with consistent playing time. Those familiar with the club's thinking say the Reds see Leone as a potential long-term successor to players like Virgil van Dijk or Ibrahima Konate, offering a modern defensive profile, strong in one-on-one duels, composed in possession, and tactically intelligent despite his age. His versatility and left-footed balance also add to his appeal. Barring any last-minute setbacks, the transfer is expected to be finalized soon, potentially within the next week, as Liverpool aim to wrap up their business early and avoid deadline day complications. With this move, Liverpool reaffirmed their ambition to build not just for the present, but for a sustainable, elite-level future, anchored by emerging talents like Giovanni Leone.